You're listening to the Get Rich Podcast. This is not a financial advice podcast. This is a podcast with two friends talking about how to get rich. Thank you for listening.
Hello again, Tyler.
Nobody's going to notice, John. No one's going to notice.
No one's going to know. They're not going to know. Anyways, I've had one of my most favorite ideas ever.
All your ideas are your favorites. I thought the tea idea was a great one.
All of my ideas aren't my favorite. All of my ideas are good ideas, genuine ideas that I am going to do in real life. Okay?
Yeah.
I've never once spoken an idea that I am not going to do, except maybe breed hedgehogs. I'm kind of like, that's not my favorite idea anymore.
Tree houses?
Yeah.
Gonna build tree houses. Speaking
of building tree houses and working with wood in my hands, I enjoy that. I like building things.
It's a lot of fun.
Tree houses. This is on the same vein as that. So here's my idea. Are you ready?
Yeah.
I'm going to make wood to sell to women. And I guess like gay men too.
That's a curveball. Like, what are you going to fashion out of wood for this overlapping market?
Use your imagination.
That's what I'm trying not to do.
I just want to get rich. Get rich.
Get rich. Get rich.
So I'm gonna start a podcast.
Get rich. Get rich.
How come no one's ever done this?
Get rich. Get rich.
Now it's time to
get rich.
Tell me more.
I will tell you all of this great idea. So it was inspired by YouTube.
Okay.
I wish I could find the video and give the guy credit. I just searched for it for a long time. I thought I added it to my saved videos. Couldn't find it. It's a guy with a 4x4. Do you know what a 4x4 is, Tyler?
Are you looking at the video that I've got here, John?
Huh?
This video?
No.
Oh.
No. Why are you watching a video while we record the podcast?
Okay.
Are you just over there like, I can't see your screen unless I do this?
What are you doing on yours?
I have notes and I have the Audacity that's recording my audio.
Yeah, I've got notes too.
You're watching videos over there. Anyways, I tried to find the video. Couldn't find it. He has a 4x4. If you don't know what that is, it's a piece of wood that is 4 inches by 4 inches and then 8 feet long, approximately. And he's like, da-da-da-da-da, no one has excuse to not have money, which is controversial, but whatever. Anyways.
Wait, so he was pitching this as a get-rich idea?
He was pitching it as a way to have money. Not necessarily get rich.
Tomato.
It's all about scale, how many you can make, whatever.
Okay, so what's the idea?
Well, I'm trying to make wood.
Oh, yeah.
If you weren't distracted watching videos over there, you could remember what we're talking about.
You know, I was trying to participate. This is great. Okay. So, sorry.
So, the 4x4.
Yeah.
You take it, you cut it up into you cut up into little pieces that are 1/4 inch thick the whole way down.
Okay.
And you make a bunch of square coasters.
Yeah.
So I did some quick math. It took me a minute. Had to use a calculator a few times.
You're doing math. Let me double check it fast.
I used a calculator.
Okay.
So if you have an 8-foot long 4x4,
yeah,
you can get 96 sets of 4 coasters.
Okay. And you said 1/4 inch.
1/4 inch, yes. And if you sell said set of 4 coasters will come in a set. That's about the proper amount of coasters. You don't buy one coaster. You know?
Yeah. No one buys one.
You buy a set of 4.
I said at 8.
Well, you could.
You know,
if you want a set of 8, you buy 2 sets of 4.
Exactly.
So anyways, 4 coasters, let's say you sell them for $20 a piece. That's probably the high end. But you could turn that one 2x4 or one 4x4 into $1,920.
That's good.
That is a good freaking idea. I wish it had been mine. It wasn't. I stole it. But, you can't patent that, I don't think.
No.
So it's okay if we do it.
Yeah.
And then there's more levels to it. You can dip them in a little epoxy, dip them in some stain.
And that's what I was looking at
There's
just then was the epoxy.
Oh, you're going to claim you were doing research or whatever?
No, once you
on
said
this
the
idea that I just freshly presented to you.
You said the idea. I found the video, and then I forgot the idea that quickly.
Okay. But yeah, you can, even like a wood burning thing, you could write people's like family initials, family name or something.
Yeah. Okay.
You could do a lot to, increase the markup or whatever. But even if you sell plain coasters, lightly sanded or whatever, what's half of 1,920? And you do like $10 for a set of 4.
I mean, it's still a lot of money.
It's still almost $1,000 for one 4x4. And there's Etsy, there's local markets, there's Amazon.
Yeah.
Throw them up on the internet everywhere they can go.
And I'm looking. I've already pulled up a lathe. How much a lathe costs. It's not that you necessarily need to turn your square 4x4 into a round thing. But,
yeah.
As you're branching out.
Yeah, if you want a circular coaster, gotcha. If you want a square coaster, gotcha.
Yeah.
I'd start with the squares. They're easy. You could just sand them a little. My dad already has a chop saw I can use.
This thing
I
is
have
already...
to purchase nothing but the 4x4 and then turn it into $1,000 or $2,000.
4x4, $10.48.
There you go.
Let's go.
It's amazing. It's 100% or a 200% like what you spend. Is that math right?
What?
If something costs $10 and you make it into $2,000,
yeah,
is that a 200%?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, math.
You got it, man.
Right?
I was proud of you for that.
I didn't know if it would be like 200 or 2,000. But anyway, these women love buying little wooden tchotchkes, little wooden coasters. Decorate them a little bit, paint them a unique color. They'll buy them all day long.
And if you stick with paint and epoxy, then, you're not having to do a lot of detail work. You're just slapping it on there.
No, you can literally dip them and then put on some kind of wire mesh and just let them dry. I don't know. You could just throw paint at them too.
Yeah,
and say they're abstract. Yeah,
that people
I've watched some of those videos.
Oh, I know, right?
They take a bucket with some holes and just let
spin it around,
go over a canvas.
Then all of a sudden we've talked about collectibles.
Yeah.
Right. If you lay them all out and you do it then. Right? Then you collect all of them to make a pattern.
That's true. Yeah, you could put them together to make a pattern for some reason.
Spend $2,000 on this set of however many 300 something.
Think about that. If you make them look pretty, instead of using them as coasters, they could be art.
Yeah.
Hang them on your wall,
yeah.
like all together. Art.
Yeah. I mean, we're going to go down a tangent, and then all of a sudden you're talking like, you
can sell that for thousands of dollars.
Cutting boards and things like that. Not so much thousands of dollars for cutting boards, but that's okay.
For art, though.
That's exactly what I was about to say. Where you put something changes how much you sell it for.
That's true.
It can be the exact same thing. If it's on top of your counter, it's a cutting board that's $20. If you put it on your wall, it's art that's $200.
Exactly. It's limitless possibilities with this.
If you buy canvas from an art store, it's expensive. If you buy a canvas from a hardware store, it's way cheaper.
Way cheaper. Yeah, it's funny how that works. Like, just depending on where you buy something.
I mean, yeah.
It's funny. But I also have more wooden ideas. Or is that? I have more ideas of
wood.
Wood.
You think of wood.
Think about
I dream
wood.
of wood.
I love wood. I love wood so much. It's my favorite medium to work in, perhaps. I also like clay as well.
I like the way you tack that on there, like perhaps.
Well, then I remembered clay.
Thinking of the mediums I work in.
I work in clay.
In the media.
I work in...
Do you?
I have in my life.
Yeah, okay.
I'll play with my kid's Play-Doh sometimes in his clay. I made stuff out of clay in high school.
Yeah, so did I. Yeah, I know.
I've built things made of wood before.
I was just about to bring up the chicken coop.
Yeah, I made a nice chicken coop. That could be its whole nother idea, though. Build chicken coops, Because before we built
Realistically, though, that took like 3 weeks.
Listen, it took longer than that. It took like 2 months, I think. But no, quick tangent that we may just cut. My brother started the chicken coop, and then I like kind of finished it. I don't like coming in on a project that's already been started. If I'm going to build something, I want to build it from my designs from the beginning. So I was a little unenthused about it, and there was no rush to finish it because the chickens we didn't have them. They weren't grown enough yet to go in it. But anyways, I didn't even have that on my list of ideas, but you could build chicken coops. When I looked up chicken coops, I was like, if there's a cheap one that's decent, I'll just buy it. Won't have to build anything.
Yeah.
They're a lot of money. You can spend anywhere from $200 to like a small, tiny one.
Yeah.
To if we were to buy one as big as the one I built, it would be at least probably $2,000.
If you're doing that, then all of a sudden you get like a shed. We could add it to the Get Rich Studios.
Yeah.
Throwing it out there.
Yeah, building chicken coops, that's a good one. They're more complex to build.
Yeah, but that gets you away from the simple, small idea that you've got here.
Yes.
4x4s, cut them into coasters, sling those things out like hot potatoes.
Sling them out, man. But also there's like I have a list of like more simple things you could do. So, like the little shelves that women love that have a bunch of like little compartments.
Yeah, like
it's not like
shadow boxes.
What are they called?
Shadow boxes.
Sure, shadow box. And when I hear that, I think of like shadow boxing.
Oh yeah.
But it's like a little it's like a shelf that has a little insert here, another. It has a bunch of little inserts. They can put little knickknacks and tchotchkes all around. You could get a 2x4, a couple 2x4s, and make one of those pretty easily.
Have you seen the wall in my living room?
Do you have one of those?
Well, I mean, we have shadow boxes on the wall. They're boxes, that are hung on the wall.
Yeah, I'm more of thinking that works, but I was thinking of like, and I'm pretty sure my wife has one. It's like little compartments that are like little different shapes put together.
I think you got one in your hallway.
Figurine here, a little thing here, a little thing here. But those would be simple to make, and you could sell those depending on the size, probably $20 or $40, maybe even more than that, depending on the size.
Okay, what's actually, we have to do a quick word.
Yeah, and now a quick word from this episode's sponsor.
The morning cup of coffee is as American as hard work. But it's time to stop giving our first dollar to the Colombians. King and Crown would have you believe that tea is an appropriate substitute, but China is no more deserving. It's William here to tell you there's another option, one grown here at home. Yopan. Yopan was being enjoyed by the natives before our great nation was discovered, and can be brewed from anything between a light green tea to a rich, dark roast. It's a sustainable, but more importantly, American caffeine. Harvested and prepared by Americans, this brew is made for you, with a proud heritage and a promising future. Start your day with Yopan, and unwind with Yopan. America's caffeine. Stay strong, survivors.
And we're back. So yeah, coasters, little cubbies, little shadow boxes.
So cheap pieces of lumber, relatively cheap.
Take a cheap piece of lumber,
cut it up
in some simple way.
Sell the parts.
Sell it to women or gay men for like $10, $20, $30.
Explain that to me.
It's just like who's doing the most interior decorating in America?
Well,
women and gay men. That's who's doing the interior decorating. I was a single guy when I lived in an apartment. You know what I had?
The classic single guy's apartment.
I had
a mattress on the floor.
A
folding table.
A folding table.
A folding chair.
I had a TV dumpster, like a dumpster TV.
On the floor. Wasn't it?
It was on the table.
Oh, okay.
That you, I think, gave me.
Yeah. Let you have a table for all that.
It's all you need. A place to sit, place to sleep. What was on the walls? Nothing.
Yeah. But we did a lot of boxing.
Yeah, we would box in my apartment, which was on the second floor.
I feel bad for everyone who lived underneath.
So imagine my neighbor below would see this man with a backpack
Yeah.
come to my house, climb the stairs, and then my neighbor below would just hear.
And well, we were safe. We
had headgear and gloves
and mouth guards.
And
if you've ever worn a mouth guard,
I'm just trying to paint this picture.
I know.
You're my neighbor. You see a man with a backpack
come
into this single other man's room.
Yeah.
And then you just hear stomping and grunting and like, oh, good one.
Well, and that's why I bring up the mouth guards, because when you wear a mouth guard, there's all the spit. And so there's
good one. Sound like you got a mouthful every time you talk.
Yeah.
But we digress.
So you're including gay men out of a sense of,
have you watched like the TV channels?
I know. I'm just like, I'm worried that by saying women and gay men that people are going to feel targeted, but you're being inclusive.
Yeah. I didn't want to say just women.
Okay.
Because some men,
completely, yeah,
usually gay men, interior decorate.
Okay.
So it's fine.
Okay. Inclusivity.
I'm trying to be inclusive here, not exclusive.
Perfect.
Okay.
Completely changes the tone of the statement. Women and gay men.
Well, yeah, exactly. And if I want to like target straight men, I could just like, I don't know, paint like a deer antlers on my coasters or something.
Because straight men, they all like, I'm a straight man. I don't have anything that's deer antler.
Well, I don't know. A football team.
I don't even watch football.
Well, you're a weird straight man. So anyways.
Who's your favorite football team?
Alabama, Roll Tide.
Took you too long, in my opinion.
No. I don't care about football, but I was raised to care about Alabama.
Yeah.
Roll Tide. Anyways. There's more stuff you could make simply and charge a lot of money for.
Okay. Carry on.
How many houses nowadays have like a cutout letter or something in the room? Like you have a kid, name your kid Amy.
Yeah.
Amy needs a wooden A hanging on her wall.
This reminds me of something else I saw on Facebook.
What did you see, Tyler?
Something exactly like that, but basically it made it look like Scrabble tiles.
Okay.
So they built the family names out of Scrabble tiles.
With
so
the little number values.
So it'd be
at
like
the bottom.
John, Megan, and the little N for John would be Nathan.
There you go.
Like Scrabble tiles.
We could do that.
Yeah.
We could do it coaster sized. We could get bigger pieces of wood, do it bigger.
4x4, that's plenty big.
Yeah. That's a great idea.
I'm adding to your stuff, man.
I appreciate it.
We're not always here to tear each other down, but to build each other up.
Yeah. Thank you for not poo-pooing this idea. It's a great idea. So cutting out letters, cutting out little tiles with Scrabble letters written on them, other things like that. Okay, there's also, this is my favorite.
Okay.
Because it's ridiculous to me that people will pay money for this, but I looked it up before we started.
And people are going to pay money for it.
People pay money for it. You get a bundle of sticks or twigs.
You know what they call that?
No, I'm unaware and don't tell me. $10 to $15 for a little bundle of sticks. I just looked it up.
And who are you going to sell that to?
Women and gay men.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah. I would make a grouping of sticks.
A collection of sticks.
A collection of sticks that are tied together. You could even get a fancy ribbon.
Yeah.
Pretty ribbon. $10 to $15 for a little stick decoration. I just looked it up.
10 to 15 for sticks.
Yes, I looked it
for
up.
Little, like how long are these sticks?
I would say anywhere from like a foot.
So
foot and a half.
This?
Look on my screen. Now some of them are for like $3.
$17.
But some are $17. That one's $8.99.
I mean that's a specific kind of twig.
Yeah, I think most people buy those and like put them in a vase or something.
Yeah, but
we have twigs like that all in the woods out there.
I mean, you're definitely onto something here. I mean, this one, that's like growing in your backyard right now. That's growing in your backyard right now.
It's growing right now. And what are we doing with it? Nothing.
John.
See?
Okay. The only I mean, you were poo-pooing my Yopon idea a little bit. Right? And this is
I
way
did not
easier.
poo-poo it once.
Well, just as far as like
well,
the
it's
harvesting
just
process.
scaling up,
Yeah,
harvesting, industrial kitchens.
This does have a scaling up issue, right? Because once you go through and you collect all the sticks and twigs that you can in an area.
What do you mean? There's hundreds of acres around.
Yeah, no, then you gotta spread out to the neighboring adjacent properties.
Yeah.
Which
I would do that.
you don't own, but I don't think anyone's gonna miss the sticks and twigs.
You can't own the woods, man.
Yeah,
Can't own
okay.
the woods.
Very, very old world of you.
Thank you.
In some ways. You know, there's a right to wander.
There is.
That.
What are you trying to say, though?
No, I'm saying that's an easy idea.
There's an abundance of sticks
So,
and twigs.
I mean, if we're setting up a stall at a flea market, or not our target audience, maybe.
I'm thinking
but
more Etsy,
farmers market.
Etsy's the hot one now, though.
And we're really just saying, bring bundles of sticks to the farmer's market and sell them for $15.
We could start at 10.
But this is a real thing, obviously.
Yes. What is? I don't understand.
This is absurd to me.
People buy this.
Yeah,
People
I'm
want
seeing
a
it.
little stick decoration to put in a vase. I would personally never pay money for a bundle of sticks. I would just go get some sticks if my wife wanted some sticks. You know? But there's people who don't live in the woods. There's city folk who want a little bit of rusticness in their apartment.
We need to start an online store today.
We should. And
selling bundles of sticks and twigs.
we can. We should do it. Also, though, I had one more idea.
A fascies.
What?
That's what it's called. A fascies.
A fascies?
Yeah.
Okay.
I might be saying it wrong.
Okay. One more. I think I brought up this to you a long time ago and you poo-pooed it for some reason. Raised garden beds.
Because that's tricky. Because
Why?
I looked into it myself too. And if you're doing it with the right kind of wood, then it's kind of expensive.
Wood is wood.
It's not. It's not like if you want it to last longer, if you want like you
Who
want
said I
cedar.
wanted it to last long? If it deteriorates and rots in a year or two, they'll buy another one. Repeat customers. Ever heard of it?
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, okay. Fair enough. But are you then going over and assembling them, or are you just selling them the lumber to assemble it themselves?
Yes, I don't know. I'd have to. That's the only one of these ideas where it's kind of either I have to like build it for them and like at their property, or I could sell like a kit.
Yeah, you could sell the kits and like
Um,
make them in such a way that they feel like they're getting a deal. Like instead
Yeah.
of just selling lengths of wood, sell lengths of wood with like little slots cut in,
yeah,
so that they can stick them together.
Yeah,
and then
be a
all of a sudden they're
simple-
like, "Hey, I paid for this for a reason.
like adult Lincoln logs. Or
I
something.
couldn't cut this.
No, they
And now here it is. Yeah, but couldn't you put it together with screws? Nah, but this has the slots in it already.
Yeah,
Saving me trouble.
saving you trouble. Don't need a screwdriver or a drill gun. This one probably I could like just do it more locally. Advertise on like Facebook Marketplace or whatever, or like at local wherever's. And I don't mind delivering it and building it, for a fee. But I think I saw someone I went to high school with recently selling these. I think they were like $100, $150 each. And they weren't even that big a one. Probably cost, maybe $20 to $30 in lumber. Maybe a little more. If you want to get
Again,
fancy lumber,
depending
the
on the
price
right
is going to
lumber.
be increased.
Yeah.
You know?
Because I did my raised bed out of like PVC stuff. Because it was way cheaper. It was way cheaper.
Probably wasn't as nice looking as a wooden one would be, though.
I mean,
We'll have to ask a woman or gay man about that to see what would have been better.
yeah.
But yeah, so many simple things you can make out of wood. Sell them for a huge markup. Probably the coaster out of a 4x4 is where I would start. It's the best idea. It's the simplest. Nobody buys my coasters. I'm out $10.
Yeah.
So I think it's a really good idea.
I mean, you got me with the sticks, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that that's not the same idea, but as far as the whole pitch today, selling things to women and an inclusive,
Be inclusive here. Don't be exclusive.
out of inclusivity gay men,
Yes.
and other people who might like to decorate or find this type of decoration. Yes, I'm on board.
Thank you.
Decorations.
It's a great idea. Thanks for listening to the Get Rich Podcast. Go to our website, getrichpod.com, or email us at jnt@getrichpod.com to let us know what you thought about an episode or to submit episode ideas. If you really want to support us, subscribe to our Patreon. You can find us at patreon.com/getrichpod. Subscribers will have exclusive access to vote on ideas we try, access to videos of us doing the ideas, as well as weekly bonus content. Thanks for listening.